Guys, that's really what we've got for you today. We're really, I mean, I have a bunch of slides back here, but there's really no sense in going through these things. It's all just the stuff we covered. The presentation is going to be recorded. You will all have access to it. And again, we'd like to thank you guys, and let's take a little time for some questions, okay? So we've got one question on the board. Steve is asking, is there any way to default all reports to have total summaries at the top? And unfortunately, there is not on our side. I might let Jeff answer that, but I don't think there is.
No, you can't make any changes to the all reports. You could do that in my reports.
Okay, so you can do it. It has to manually be done. And you know, why not get in there and take a look at the reports you want to save, move the summaries to the top, save them under my reports, and now you've taken a list of, 100 reports, narrowed it down to the top 10 or 15 you want to look at and customize them. So unfortunately, there is no way to do that. Parker asked, can you create your own reports folder so you can have all service advisor reports in one spot and all technician reports in another spot? That's a great idea, and that's something we did talk about some time back. Jeff, you may remember where we said let the guy customize reports and create his own folder. But again, that would have to be answered by Jeff.
It's a feature request, but currently it's not possible.
Okay. So you guys are coming up with some great questions. Anybody else? Okay. I'll tell you what, we have 10 minutes. If there aren't any other questions, I might just take you guys out and show you one other quick thing. In the software that kind of relates to the reports, we have what are called dashboards. Most everybody's system comes preloaded with a series of dashboards, but I just want to make this point before we go forward. We are currently on the verge of releasing some new features with the dashboard. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but I just thought if we had 10 minutes and there weren't any other questions coming in, how do I take some of these reports and get them where they'll be available to me very readily? I'm going to go in here and add a new dashboard. I'm going to call it Key Performance Indicators. You can call your dashboard, and you can have several dashboards. This is just one. Now I'm going to come over here and add a widget. A widget basically is going to take me back to the reports. And we just created a whole bunch of reports. You guys saw most all of them. How about that one that really stood out to everybody, okay, which was the service advisor summary with the effective labor rate. Okay, let's take that report and put it up here. Now it's asking me a couple of things. Do you want to always look at last month? So next month, last month will be April. So it'll always look at the previous month. You don't have to change that. I can have this system automatically refresh. If I wanted to look at this report for an example this month, okay, or this month to date, then I want it to continually refresh. I'm going to say refresh this report every hour. Execute the report, save the report, and now guys, guess what? This report is going to be on what's called a dashboard. It's going to automatically recalculate every hour, so it's always going to be current within the hour, and here that report sets. I can leave my dashboard reports up. I could have several reports. It may well be that I want to add this technician summary report. So we'll go back to the employees. There's the technician summary. Select. I want it to refresh every hour. I want to change it to this month to date for my dashboard. Execute, save. Okay, I can move that around wherever I want. You guys can organize these however you like. Okay, and I'm going to bring that report out. So now, guys, I have two reports already running. they're going to refresh every hour. Every hour they're going to go out and look, has any new invoice has been posted? Let's update. And in the meantime, okay, I can go back out here and I can continue to do work orders, buy parts, sell parts, talk to customers, and every once in a while, I'm just going to click on my dashboard and know that every hour it's going to be updating. This is interesting, and like I say, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because we are going to have an update on this very soon, and it's going to add a whole bunch of new features, so we are going to come back to a webinar and focus on dashboards. I just thought I'd show you that since there wasn't anything. A couple more questions have come in here. Chris, how do we make a template so we can print? You can print any report that you want. You don't need to create in the software, there are already templates for all your reports. So under print documents, okay, there's a type labeled reports. There are two templates in there. One is a landscape, which lays out the report sideways. The other is a portrait, which lays it out top to bottom. I don't believe you have, maybe you do have the ability. Yeah, I don't think you're going to have the ability, but what you probably need to do with the report is if you don't like this layout, which I don't know if you could do any better, you could export the report, manipulate the change, and then load it back in. I guess my first question would be, what's wrong with these? What would you want to change on these? Is there a formula that we can use to figure sales projections for the month? I don't think there is anything that does projections. There are some reports in there that will tell you history on sales, like for your inventory, so that, seasonally you can adjust your inventory based upon previous year sales. But I don't think there's anything in there that allows projections. I would say that that is most likely on the development table, or what we call a feature request. And that might come down. If not, Chris, what I'd encourage you to do is send that in to your support team, whether you're Protractor or Mitchell, and tell them what you'd like to see in the reports. And those are added to a feature request list that's reviewed on a regular basis. So if you guys have anything you'd like to suggest, we'd certainly like to hear from you. I have no landscape or portrait report in setup. Chris, I want you to send an email into support and tell them that you do not have the templates for your reports, and either they can get them loaded or they'll send it to me and I'll get them loaded for you. So for anybody else, print documents, under the type, go to reports, and there should be two different templates in there, one for landscape, one for portrait. Okay. Yeah, Chris, just let me know. I mean, that's a real easy thing. I'm surprised you don't have that in there. Must have been deleted because we load them in everybody's database. But regardless to how they aren't there, let's get them back in, okay? Just let us know. Anybody else? Going once, going twice? Okay, folks, the next webinar we're going to have is going to be on May 4th. We really don't know exactly where we're going with the next one, so ideas, suggestions are always welcome. And again, we thank you for participating. We certainly hope you can walk away with something and apply it. So get in there, just like you used to get on your bicycle. You may fall off, but let us help you. That's what we're here for. I thank everybody for attending. So you guys have a great week, and we'll look forward to talking to you again on May 4th, okay? Bye for now.